Hi, I'm Rashonda Kay. This is Reading with Rashonda. We are reading The Escape, a play by William Wells Brown. We are in Act 3, Scene 3. We'll definitely get through scenes 3 and 4, probably scene 5, if I, don't start monologuing and have a whole moment. So here we are. The Escape by William Wells Brown, Act 3, Scene 3. Sitting room, chairs and table. Enter Hannah. Hannah, I don't care what Mrs. says. I don't like Cato and I won't live with him. I always loved my Sammy and I loves him now. Knock at the door. Goes to the door. Enter Major Moore. Walk in, sir. Take a seat. I'll call Mrs. Sir. Massa is gone away. Exit Hannah. Major Moore. So I am here at last, and the Colonel is not at home. I hope his wife is a good looking woman. I rather What? His first thing is, I hope his wife is attractive? What? I rather like fine-looking women, especially when their husbands are from home. Well, I've studied human nature to some purpose. If you wish to get the goodwill of a man, don't praise his wife. And if you wish to gain the favor of a woman, praise her children and swear that they are the picture of their father, whether they are or not. Ah, here comes the lady. Enter Mrs. Gaines. Mrs. G. Good morning, sir. Major M. Good morning, madam. I am Major Moore of Jefferson. The Colonel and I had seats near each other in the last legislature. Mrs. G. Be seated, sir. I think I've heard the Colonel speak of you. He's away now, but I expect him every moment. You're a stranger here, I presume? Major M. Yes, madam, I am. I rather like the Colonel's situation here. Mrs. G. It is thought to be a fine location. Enter Sampy. But Mrs. G is still talking. Hand me my fan, will you, Sampy? Sampy gets the fan and passes near the major, who mistakes the boy for the colonel's son. He reaches out his hand. Major M. How do you do, bub? Madam, I should have known that this was the colonel's son if I had met him in California, for he looks so much like his papa. Mrs. G to the boy. Get out of here this minute. Go to the kitchen. Exit Sampy. That is one of the niggers, sir. Major M. I beg your pardon, madam. I beg your pardon. Mrs. G. No offense, sir. Mistakes will be made. Ah, here comes the colonel. Enter Dr. Gaines. Dr. Gaines. Bless my soul. How are you, Major? I'm exceedingly pleased to see you. Be seated, Major. Mrs. G. Please excuse me, gentlemen. I must go and look after dinner, for I've no doubt that the Major will have an appetite for dinner by the time it is ready. Exit Mrs. Gaines. Major M. Colonel, I'm afraid I've played the devil here today. Dr. G. Why, what have you done? Major M. You see, Colonel, I always make it a point wherever I go to praise the children, if there are any. And so today, seeing one of your little servants come in and taking him to be your son, I spoke to your wife of the marked resemblance between you and the boy. I'm afraid I've insulted Madam. Dr. G. Oh, don't let that trouble you. If you did call him my son, you didn't miss it much. Come, we'll take a walk and talk over matters about old times. Exit. So Sampy is clearly light skinned, looks like a white boy, and looks like the Colonel. And the Colonel didn't deny that Sampy is his son. Oh my. So not uncommon, not uncommon, not uncommon, not uncommon. And so all this time we're thinking Mrs. Gaines is just mad at Melinda because the Colonel wants Melinda for his own. Mm, But this alludes to the Colonel has had other slave women for his own too. So I'm sure Mrs. Gaines is highly jealous about all of that. And instead of taking out her ire on her husband, the one who is perpetrating the crimes, she takes them out on her enslaved people. Mm. Scene 4, forest scenery. Enter Glenn. Glenn. Oh, how I want to see Melinda. My heart pants and my soul is moved whenever I hear her voice. Human tongue cannot tell how my heart yearns toward her. O God, thou who gavest me life and implanted in my bosom the love of liberty and gave me a heart to love, oh, pity the poor outraged slave. Thou who canst rend the veil of centuries, speak, oh, speak, and put a stop to this persecution. What is death compared to slavery? Oh, heavy curse to have thoughts, reason, taste, judgment, conscience, and passions like other man, and not to have equal liberty to use them. Why was I born with a wish to be free and still be a slave? Why should I call another man master? And my poor Melinda, she is taken away from me, and I dare not ask the tyrant where she is. It is childish to stand here weeping. Why should my eyes be filled with tears when my brain is on fire? I will find my wife, I will, and woe to him who shall try to keep me from her. And that's all of scene four. Glenn in the forest. We'll notice that Glenn has zero dialect here. I mean, and he's talking in like King James English with canst thou. And this really, I get like all of my Shakespeare plays mixed up. But this reminds me, I think of A Midsummer Night's Dream. Was it with Puck talking in the forest about love? And we have Glenn here talking in the forest about his love for Melinda and about why was he born if he couldn't be free. That's really powerful. All right, we're going to read scene five. Look at us getting through it. I'm not soliloquizing as much as I typically do. And then we'll stop because then we'll be at Act 4. All right, Act 3, Scene 5. Room in a small cottage on the Poplar Farm, 10 miles from Muddy Creek and owned by Dr. Gaines. Enter Melinda. Melinda, here I am, watched and kept a prisoner in this place. Oh, I would that I could escape and once more get with Glenn. Poor Glenn, he does not know where I am. Master took the opportunity when Glenn was in the city with his master to bring me here to this lonely place, and fearing that mistress would know where I was, he brought me here at night. Oh, how I wish I could rush into the arms of sleep, that sweet sleep which visits all alike, descending like the dews of heaven upon the bond as well as the free. It would drive me from my troubled brain the agonies of this terrible night. She likely just means sleep, but she totally could mean death. Enter Dr. Gaines. Dr. Gaines. Good evening, Melinda. Are you not glad to see me? Melinda. Sir, how can I be glad to see one who has made life a burden and turned my sweetest moments into bitterness? Aw, shucks. Hit him with it, Melinda. Dr. G. Come, Melinda, no more reproaches. You know that I love you, and I have told you, and I tell you again, that if you will give up all idea of having Glenn for a husband, I will set you free, let you live in this cottage and be your own mistress, and I'll dress you like a lady. Come now, be reasonable. That doesn't at all sound reasonable to me. That doesn't sound like freedom. If you promise not to marry the man who you're already married to, let's try to bypass that. If you promise not to marry the man you're already married to, I will set you free and I will keep you here in this cottage where you can't go anywhere and do anything, and I will dress you up like a lady so you will meet my standards, and then you will stay here and you will be mine. Sir, that is not freedom. That's enslavement. It's not even concubinage, right? Like she doesn't even have in this scenario the free will to move around and do anything on her own. It's not a placage relationship. It's not any other sort of concubinage. It is still enslavement. And like he would really set her free. Come on, come on, come on. And even if he did, he could revoke it anytime he wanted to. So, mm, all right. Let's keep reading. Melinda, sir, I am your slave. You can do as you please with the avails of my labor, but you shall never tempt me to swerve from the path of virtue. I like that. She's 10 toes down. Dr. G. Now, Melinda, that black scoundrel Glenn has been putting these notions into your head. I'll let you know that you are my property and I'll do as I please with you. I'll teach you that there is no limit to my power. Oh, sir, like a nanosecond ago, he was like, I love you. I've told you that I've loved you. If you promise not to marry the man you are already married to, I will give you your freedom and I will dress you up and you can live here and be mine. Oh, how amazing. And she was like, yeah, no, that doesn't sound amazing to me at all. And he immediately flips. Glenn is a black scoundrel, and I'll have you know you are my property. I will do as I please with you. I will teach you there is no limit to my power. Oh, oh, oh. The moment somebody is like, nah, I don't want to do what you want me to do. And she even said, I'm your slave. You can make me do stuff, but you can't turn who I am. And he was like, I have the power. I've got the power. Yeah, yeah. It's getting kind of active. Okay. But anyway, that's what he was saying in his head. I've got the power. Mm. And so Melinda replies, sir, let me warn you. Excuse me. I love a sentence that starts with sir. Let me warn you, sir. Let me warn you that if you compass my ruin, a woman's bitterest curse will be laid upon your head with all the crushing, withering weight that my soul can impart to it. A curse that shall cling to you throughout the remainder of your wretched life. A curse that shall haunt you like a specter in your dreams by night and attend upon you by day, a curse too that shall embody itself in the ghostly form of the woman whose chastity you will have outraged. Command me to bury myself in yonder stream, and I will obey you. Bid me do anything else, but I beseech you not to commit a double crime. Outrage a woman and make her false to her husband. Anybody else think of The Color Purple? And oh, what's her name? Whoopi Goldberg. Okay. Dr. G. You got a husband? Who is your husband? And when were you married? Melinda. Glenn is my husband, and I've been married 4 weeks. Old Uncle Joseph married us one night by moonlight. I see you are angry. I pray you not to injure my husband. I mean, that's a good request. I don't know how well that will turn out for you, though. Dr. G. Melinda, you shall never see Glenn again. I have bought him from Hamilton, and I will return to Muddy Creek and roast him at the stake. I'm sorry. Mm. Melinda, you shall never see Glenn again. I have bought him from Hamilton, and I will return to Muddy Creek and roast him at the stake. A black villain to get into my way in that manner? Here I've come 10 miles tonight to see you, and this is the way you receive me? To hunt down, to threaten to hunt down and roast another human at the stake simply because he married the person you wanted to possess for yourself and who you do possess. She is enslaved. Ah, I don't know anything about you, right? Because you're watching this and I don't know you and you are getting to know me. But the TV show Underground was really good and really powerful. And there was an episode where um they hung somebody and Well, they hanged. The past tense of hanging a human is hanged. They hanged somebody and then they burned him, and it was horrific. And anyway, um, as much as I read texts like these and think about this period of history, um, I continue to be gobsmacked by how horrific it was. And like these sorts of horrors lasted well past um, when slavery was legal. I mean, we're talking still the 1960s, not 1860s, 1960s, and stuff like this happened. And I'm sure even later than that. Mm, okay, I'll keep reading. Melinda, oh, master, I beg you not to injure my husband. Kill me, but spare him. Do. He is my husband. Dr. G, you shall never see that black imp again. So good night, my lady. When I come again, you'll give me a more cordial reception. Good night. Exit Dr. Gaines. Whew. Melinda, I shall go distracted. I cannot remain here and know that Glenn is being tortured on my account. I must escape from this place. I must. Enter Cato. Cato, no, you ain't a gonna escape, Nutter. Massa tells me to keep these eyes on you, and I's gonna do it. Melinda, oh, Cato, do let me get away. I beg you, do. Cato, no. I tells you, Master told me to keep you safe, and if I let you go, Massa will whip me. And interesting that Cato uses dialect with other enslaved people. Like we know he can sing beautifully, not in dialect. So let's just continue to pay attention to the language that we have going on here. Um, Exit Cato. Enter Mrs. Gaines. Mrs. G. Ah, you trollop. Here you are. Your master told me that he had sold you and sent you down the river, but I knew better. I knew it was a lie. And when he left home this evening, he said he was going to the city on business. And I knew that was a lie too, and determined to follow him and see what he was up to. I rode all the way over here tonight. My side saddle was lent out, and I had to ride 10 miles bareback, and I can scarcely walk. And your master has just left here. Now deny that if you dare. Melinda, Madam, I will deny nothing which is true. Your husband has just gone from here, but God knows that I am innocent of anything wrong with him. Mrs. G, it's a lie. I know better. If you are innocent, what are you doing here, cooped up in this cottage by yourself? Tell me that. Melinda, God knows that I was brought here against my will, and I beg that you will take me away. Mrs. G. Melinda, I will see that you are taken away, but it shall be after a fashion that you won't like. I know that your master loves you, and I intend to put a stop to it. Here, drink the contents of this vial. Drink it. Melinda, oh, you will not take my life. You will not. Mrs. G, drink the poison this moment. Melinda, I cannot drink it. Mrs. G, I tell you to drink this poison at once. Drink it, or I will thrust this knife into your heart. The poison or the dagger this instant. She draws a dagger. Melinda retreats to the back of the room and seizes a broom. Melinda, I will not drink the poison. They fight. Melinda sweeps off Mrs. Gaines' cap, combs, and curls. Curtain falls. Whoo! So Melinda is like, don't hurt Glenn, but kill me. And Mrs. Gaines is like, yeah, I will kill you. Drink this poison. And she's like, I will not. And then they have a fight with a broom and a dagger. Oh, wow. Okay. So that concludes Act 3 of The Escape by William Wells Brown. I'm Rashonda Cade. This is Reading with Rashonda. Until next time. I'm still here. I'm trying to stop this recording. Okay, here we go. Until next